Every year there is a few days that dive conditions are impeccable, with clear water and 20+ meter vision. Picking these days can be tricky, and picking the right spot can be even harder. But what are some advantages of diving in clear conditions? They make you feel comfortable, and you also have a chance to see more fish. Before we can find out when the best time is to go diving, we must first understand what causes the bad diving conditions. When rain occurs in the mountains, it flows down the hillside, picking up nutrients and particles on the way. These then run into the rivers and stream and progress towards the farms. Farmers are there spraying their crops with fertilizer, and inevitably, the fertilizers run off into the river to combine with the nutrients and sediment already there. Next up is the factories that put more nutrients into the enriched waters. Finally, cities provide nutrients and rubbish to the ecosystem in the form of runoff down stormwater drains in the event of rain. All of these situations add to the nutrients that are already in the water, causing an overload and results in algal blooms. This is known as eutrophication. The high nutrient waters run down the rivers and into the oceans, causing algal blooms and poor diving conditions. So what are the steps that you can take to ensure that you don't dive in poor conditions? Look at weather forecasts that show a period of no rain. If heavy rain has occurred in the past days, then the water will be quite dirty for some time, and you may have to wait a week or longer for the nutrients to be used up. In the meantime, look at satellite images for places to dive. This is a great resource as you're able to find areas that are away from the mouths of estuaries and therefore cleaner. They also can be used to determine the seafloor shape and composition, with the white being sand and black being kelp. Now that you have chosen a spot away from an estuary, find out its optimal wind conditions. That is so that the wind is blowing from the shore to sea, as this pushes away pollution and other nasties. Take note of swell patterns and plan your dives around them, as events of large waves not only play a risk to your safety, but also to the amount of sediment and nutrients, as waves can stir up nutrients that were once trapped in the soil. When you find a day that is looking optimal, high tide is usually the best time to dive, as dirty water is pushed back into the upper regions of estuaries, leaving clear, clean water behind.